Alrighty, what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Bookmap stream, 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern Time. And we have a very much anticipated rejection off of this upper liquidity. 53.55, 53.60, which is right up against the trend line, right up against the gap. Nvidia is getting crushed right now. Tech is not doing so hot whatsoever. And NASDAQ just gave back about 130 points and their entire opening move to put a new low of the day in. So they just put a new low of the day in about 40 seconds before we set the range. Does anyone know how much you have to make on a 50K Apex to get a payout? I think you have to make at least 2 Gs, don't you? 2,500 or something like that? I forget what it was. It's been a while. $53.29 there. So after the VPA confirmation there at 9:10, 10:10 Eastern, we set a target of 53.30, and we just blasted through it. Nvidia still getting crushed. Put buying on Apple. VIX just finally popped back up for a little juice to stall the descent. So VIX has been an absolute downward roller coaster for 2 days now, 3 days, and finally bounced off 22 to head higher. The market has been printing call selling all day. Not a lot of call buying today to support this move up, so I was very sus of the upwards move. In fact, looking for downward trajectory here, especially after the same levels we dropped 100 points yesterday. We have 53.30 on the GEX, all the way down to 52.20 or 5200, a lot of exposure. And yeah, we have a very robust liquidity book today on Bookmap. We have a ton of exposure down here in the 52 areas, 5250 and all the way down to 5200. So this 50 block has got collectively about 4,000 orders. We have a whole bunch of icebergs coming on the tape here in the 6275 area and upward into 5412. So a very robust book. Liquidity for everybody all over the place. I was on a call with my director. I told him my Nvidia puts are paying gabagoo right now. He was confused. He must not be Italian. If he's Italian, he'd know exactly what that meant. Should have told him to go get a shine box. 53.32. I don't know if you know this, but I don't shine shoes no more. What's up, Matty? How you doing? I've hopped on the Rusty train as well. Been a lot smoother than the ES and NASDAQ lately. Yeah, Russell's been doing their thing too, man. I've been popping in and out of Russell every now and then. Haven't hit it full time though. $53.34. So the 5-minute is red, green, shifting lower. Looking at the X sectors here, they're still quite robust. XLF was up over 2%. They gave back some. There's something special I need to do to join the Bookmap audio channel. Yeah, you got to do the verification on Bookmap. It only takes a moment to do that. Here, let me get the channel for you. You have to head to this channel right here and just verify in the Bookmap channel. Should only take you a second. So I'm very curious how they're going to build out this order book here. They have liquidated most of those icebergs that were up in this area. But there's a ton of them coming on and off. And this trick to playing this type of volatility is you can't get away with errors. There's very little margin of error. On a normal market where we're only moving 10 to 15 points in a range, you can get away with being a little sloppy sometimes, but on these moves, you've got to be very patient. Johnny on the spot. Johnny on the spot, because if you're wrong, you're going to get wiped. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do today. Very patient. Probably should have trimmed on that drop, but I'm holding. Well, still far, they're not taking out prior highs. 15-minute is still engulfing with the top wick. And I'm still seeing call selling on the chain. So don't write them off just yet. Not just yet. Remember, the morning range is now set, which is 53.23 on ES and 406 on NASDAQ. Nice trippy, Mike. Beautiful. If this top wicks, I'd expect 19 or 20 on ES if they flip this 15-minute candle. Nice, Dan. She'll start to drop wick here. If you get 50, it's off to pump some iron. Oh, yeah. Had arm day today, baby. I'm juiced. Stop by to say hello. What's up, Luke Slowwalker? How you doing, buddy? It's been a while. Chicago President Goolsbee, fantastic name, has said if the economy deteriorates, the Fed will fix it. See these guns? Top wick again, 15-minute. I'm just kind of hanging on the 15-minute here. Nvidia is still rolling over. VIX is still holding a little bit of green. And yeah, so 53.23 will be first and down to 53. Let's call it 19. Oh, I gotta stream the Bookmap, the screen. I'm sorry. Bookmap, and we're good to go here. Now we're live. We'll do it live. Are you saying J Powell will pump my bags? Doesn't he always? Is 50% return a good rule of thumb? Yeah. If you get 50% on a short-dated option, then you need to put in. I would not let a 0DT option go from 50% profitable back down to zero without at least taking some or most of your profits off the table. It's a fantastic trade. It's a good way to make a lot of money very quickly. And the way I'll explain it to you is this. You give me one other investment vehicle in this entire world that'll pay you 50% return on your money in a couple of minutes. There is none. So if you're going to play the volatility of the zeros, then learn to take the profit that the zeros give them to you when they are kind. Drug dealer. Oh my gosh. Which leads me to my next point. Don't smoke crack. SMCI is down. Let's go take a look at SMCI. They are getting plunged from 953 to 508. Oof. Hashtag AI. Coming to a NVIDIA theater near you. Coming soon to a theater near you. Yeah, SMCI got taken to the shed. 5-minute exhaustion pattern already on ES, and the 15-minute still printed Doge. Apple still going higher, Nvidia still going down. And a given Sunday reference. Love it. Is the day's range based on pre-market highs and lows plus the first hour open? Not the pre-market, just the first hour open. First hour high and low, including the Wicks, is your opening range. Right now we're top wicking 15-minute candle. If this gives out, I'm looking for 19. Let's call it 20 to be conservative. We also have 53.20 liquid on the book with no other matters liquidity up top here. Could you explain what you mean by 5-minute exhaustion? Yeah. So on the 5-minute chart, which is why I'm make sure I'm using that style of specificity, is that on the upthrusts get tighter and tighter, and they continually have top wicks. Top wick, top wick, top wick, and then eventually it breaks. All that's saying is that the buyers hit the tape, but they quickly left the tape. They came in, they got their punches in, and they just walked right out the door. So it's an exhaustion pattern. So learn to monitor when you have like the power patterns or the exhaustion patterns on the buyers. Ooh, I need to trademark those power patterns. Create my own little ICT cult. I could have like 1.3 million followers here in a couple weeks. Nvidia's down 104. 3 million easy. Yep. Still top wicking, still seller's control. CVD has dumped all the way over from egregiously high levels and still going down. You're welcome, Chris. You're welcome. I've been spoiled so much with the 100%. I'm losing trades, holding for the big wins lately. Well, it's easy to get sucked into doing that stuff here in these big volatile moves. But with big volatile moves comes a lot of risk. Top wick again. SMCI is getting destroyed. Getting destroyed. Is it trend down day? Is it too early? Right now we're in a range day. But if we take out this level, I'll be looking for 53.20. We take out 53.20, then yeah, I'll wave the trend down day flag. But that's a big if. We're not there yet. It's too early, yeah. Yeah. I noticed that the overnight moves have been more straightforward, but yeah, you're exactly right. Well, SMCI is going to be under 500 if this keeps going. Yeah, you'll get your chance on Nvidia. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. We just had some oil news. See that WSB that went 60 grand on a short-term SMCI calls. Oof. Oof. Big green. They're makes a post. What should I do, guys? What are you talking about? You think we could see a swing up on CL? They have a positive response to the oil news that just came out, 14 minutes ago. They held lower support very well, defending that major pivot from June 24th or June 4th of 2024. So right now they're just responding to that. They've had a couple of major green candles over the past month that got immediately destroyed. So keep an eye on CL. That could be more opportunity here as they keep on sweeping those candles. Large green candle on the ES. Did you guys see the guy on WSB that all in $700,000 of his inheritance on INTC? Ooh. That's going to sting. You play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. That's all I can say. His grandmother worked their entire life to give him that money, and he wasted it on gambling. It's terrible. Green move all the way back up, so they held that 30 area, and now 20 points back up. He lost a third of it. Oh my gosh. He'll end up losing all of it. Yeah, he'll end up losing all of it. He won't be able to. He won't be able to take the loss. He'll try to do his best to quote unquote get it back, and he'll give every bit of it back. Guaranteed. 53.46 here. Top wicking again. Still back and forth. Still back and forth. All the way back up, 53.50. What's options flow look like on? Let me take a look. Quick precipitous move all the way back up. Again, no chasing. So as of 10:41, call buying upticked, put selling up, and went up as well. So correlated move right there. And if I had look at Nvidia, they changed there too. So quick move. Liquidity all over the place. Yeah, I feel you, side gig. Range bound it is. There you go. There we go. VIX rolled back over. Apple is still screaming. No pullbacks on Apple yet. Nvidia obviously is trying to make their way back up. Nvidia is still plenty green on the day. They just only gave back their morning range, but they would have to come down to 101 to fill back down to yesterday's levels. Apple is just freaking launching. And Amazon also launching, new high of the day. Meta got crushed. Google is launching. So a little mix and match on some tech stocks there. XLF is still holding their green. All 10 X's are green. Very difficult day to do any kind of shorting unless you're very patient for a very precise entry, because everything is being bottom weight until otherwise noted. Even with all that call selling today. And still, we're not in call buying territory. We're just seeing a little bit increase in call buying. So keep an eye on that thing. All I'm seeing here is just still more put selling. I do think today will be the deciding factor, though, going into the end of the day. I don't know what to really, stomp my foot on here. I have my thesis, but I need to see the correlated price action for me to say, yay, look at me, look at my thesis. Do you need a Bookmap sub to see? No, you can go to their Bookmap website, or the Bookmap Discord, I'm sorry, and verify. And yeah, take this with a grain of salt. My daughter's Edward Jones College Fund just let us know that they have sold all of the stocks they've been holding for her fund. Yeah, CTAs are going to, are flooding towards cash. I do not like. That's what I'm saying. Nothing's changed between now and Friday and Friday morning, and into Monday afternoon. There's nothing's changed. It's not like, they alleviated all the concerns of the market. That was just the first, in my opinion, of many high volatility events. Whether it happens this week or again in 3 weeks or 6 weeks when the cuts start to occur, yeah. All right, I'm back. Apple is still screaming. Nvidia is now starting to scream here, and this may be the breakout move. That may be it. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. We do have a whole bunch of liquidity up to 53.75. SPX at 53.25. I don't know. I had a stellar week last week. I actually had a stellar Monday, but since then I haven't really done much. I've been a pretty big spectator the past 2 days. I don't know if I should feel upset about that or not, though. I think I'll take it as a good thing. What's up, Dave? Really appreciate you being here, buddy. Thank you. With no volume to support this green move, would that be a VP indicator? It will fall just as fast. I need to see supportive movement for the upside to really get on board on just smashing the calls and just kind of kicking back and sipping on my sister here. And I'm just not seeing it so far. We're seeing pretty egregious moves on price action, but I guess that's a good sign of bullishness, though, because right now just the sellers aren't doing their job. They're not hitting. I'm not seeing put buying. I'm not seeing aggressive selling sweeps here. It's just every opportunity to go higher here, which right now we're in a recovery mode as the VIX continues to roll off, and we may start to see that kind of stagnate. And I'll be looking for the afternoon hour and a half to determine what direction this market is going to take now that the bonds have done their move in reversal, the yields have done their move in reversal, and the VIX, of course, has done their move in reversal. But the book has got a ton of liquidity. It's the highest amount of liquidity I've seen in a while, up to 53.75 and down to 52.50. So this cat down here, I believe, will be dealt with in the next 48 to 72 hours. I would probably say this is going to be dealt with at some point. But Bookmap's been Johnny on the spot here. Why Johnny on the spot? How come it can't be like Steve on the spot? Where do we come up with that? Phil on the spot. How about Phil? So we got to be pretty much on point here with coming out down that 52.50. Isn't that a New York saying? I don't know, is it? Steve was too much of a jabroni. I love it. $53.44. Put up more 70. Because John was there first. Nice. I like it. What is a CTA? You mentioned it just now, and I've seen that on a lot of different analysis, but I've been researching the acronym. I still don't know what it is. A commodities trading advisor, commonly referred to as a financial advisor. All the dudes out there that take your money, invest it in funds, and, you know, if you pick the wrong one, will embezzle it, are CTAs. Usually charge you anywhere between a 1 to 3% fee to invest your money. You're welcome. And the whole thing, the reason why you're seeing that acronym a lot is because people are starting to monitor, or not starting to, they've been doing it for about a year and a half now, have been monitoring the overall cash balances of CTAs. And right now they're reporting that nationwide, on average, CTAs are piling into cash or cash-based positions. Thus, aka uninvested positions. They're waiting on the sidelines here for a move. Either they're scared or they're waiting to BTD, which they're always waiting to buy the dip. I mean, that's just the nature of the market. I'm waiting to buy the dip. But there's still fear ahead. And I'm trying to think big picture here. Big picture. And the fact that we still have a whole bunch of roadblocks ahead of us. Right now, we are on, if you imagine we're going down like a New York City road, down the middle of the city. And if you look out ahead of us, there's 1,000 stoplights. And like 95% of them are red. And like 3 of them are green. So we're going to hit stoplight and then go. And the stoplight, and that's what we got going on here. Up until this point, it's been nothing but green lights. So. $53.46. Does that appear we're going to come up and grab the 61? We grab that 53.30 move. Now we'll see if we can grab a 60.70 move. So we're back and forth here, 53.47. Oh, man. What's your thoughts on the big bear flag forming on ES and multiple other large stocks? I think the buyers have got to make a move today. They've got to be able to disqualify that bear flag because we are seeing a big exhaustion pattern here. So it's a good observation. Yesterday we rejected it perfectly. Today we have not touched it yet, and we're heading up to it. So the buyers better get something done, or all we're going to do is head right on back to 51.28 on ES. It's not like I'm seeing dealers piling into long-dated calls here. We're not seeing the typical moves we normally see when the market recovers like we've seen it a billion times in the past. And I want to get a swing trade on. I want to get a swing trade, but I am scared to do it now. I got to wait for something I see that is confident to me. Lots of liquidity to deal with, 20 points higher here. Still call selling, put buying on the charts. GEX is 53.30 on SPX and 52.05. What's up, NTG? What's up, buddy? How you doing? Alrighty. Well, when I have something confident here, I'll kind of call it out here. Right now, I'm just trying to plan a move. I do think that we still at least going to try to tap the opening range high, 53.60, but it's slow. 25 minutes here, pinned to 53.45. Next week, I'm going to start to build the lean-to porch on the construction. That should be fun. And we'll start my busy schedule for the next 6 months. I always like doing a little woodworking, though. It's calming. In accumulation distribution stage, does OI give confluence to move? For example, seeing a drop in OI in a sweep, like people being stopped out. Absolutely. So for overall, for me, I want to look for the adjustments in the option chain. That'll be able to tell me positioning and or hedging. Still going up green here. You're welcome. Little bottom wick there, 10-point bottom wick heading higher, which should get us to 53.60 with this liquidity. When it's slow like this, what time frame is better indicator for the move? I think personally the 15-minute. When it wicks like this and pins, the 5-minute will kind of fake you out too much, so I would head over to the 15-minute. Personally. You're welcome. We have one iceberg here that's kind of trailing the price action, and then of course this little cat right here, 53.60 coming up. VIX rolling off 22.48, and eventually they're going to grab that liquidity there. Let's go. I need a range test here though, which we are coming up on. I need the test. Tight price action. You're welcome. Another red candle. I'm not actively playing this at the moment. I've already had my prop shut down, so that's over with. And going for options. Or futures on my personal account. Will we be looking to go up on ES? Yes, so far I'm looking for 53.60, which will put us right on top of the morning range. And then if it clears that, we'll try to get the 70 liquidity, which has been on all morning. You see, they're still bidding 53.90, so it's a very robust book up and down. Let's see, 53 is 52 here. So no follow-throughs. That's what makes these moves so boring. Is no follow-throughs. You know, they make a move, stop and pin. Make a move, stop and pin. And if you're not already in it, you just got to be a little more insightful for the next move. VIX is still rolling off here though, and I would probably still expect 53.60. Just slow. No, you don't have to have sign up for Bookmap. You could just be a part of Bookmap stream and just go to verify and do it. You don't need to. You don't have to be. You just have to be a member of their Bookmap. So join the Bookmap server and then just go to verify. You should be good. Oh man, 53, 55. Back and forth. Obviously, we're not doing much trading right now. It's pretty boring, so ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal. Dow is starting to run off to the downside, 19,533. Still call selling territory. No call buying. The question I have for myself, though, is that do I have the cojones to take a swing put to retest lower levels? And that's my decision today. That's what I need to decide today. Because I do think we're going to retest 5128 on ES and 5,000 on SPX. I just got to figure out when. What is that? Cuando? I think is when. I got a little Espanol in me. Got a little bit of Espanol. I am a quarter Puerto Rican. Oh man. Red back down and sent bottom wick right off. So 10-point candle and still holding this 53.45 area. I lived in Spain for a year and my Spanish is nearly all gone. Yeah. Atrophy, man. You don't lose it, you lose it. Do you think it'll retest lows because of technical analysis or because of crisis with the yen? Right now, both. That's why today's a deciding factor. Because the charts are still printing an exhaustion pattern, which means we're unable to put in a higher high without putting in a low. Once we break out and can retest under low volume and have the qualified VPA breakout, we're good to go. But right now, all we're doing is exhausting. And we don't have the option chain supporting. And nothing's changed. So I think, in my opinion, what happened not Monday morning, but Monday afternoon into what's happening here is just a plunge protection team. An egregious farming of premium is what we're seeing here. Massive put selling on an institutional scale. They planted the seeds and now they're harvesting, baby. What Monday morning was March and April, and right now is like September, October. Harvesting that corn, baby. What would you have to happen to turn into a bullish on the midterm? I need for them to take out this upside resistance with low volume. To attack without putting in exhausting. I need to know that the sellers have left the tape. And that's not happening. Yesterday, like I said, literally 12 hours ago, not even, 18 hours ago, we had a 100-point sell-off on ES. So we're not there yet. I'm just, I'm not saying we're not bullish here above this area. What I am saying here is I'm not so quick to jump on the bull train just yet. De nada. Gracias, hermano. Not yet. What would your expiration be on the swing trade if taken? Probably 2 weeks out. I'd go a little bit shorter than my put I took on July 10th. Cojones are in short supply. See. Right now I'm drinking a pineapple and ginger protein shake, which is actually pretty good. Today I was feeling a little under the weather. Woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, as I usually do. Went to the gym, and I'm sitting in my truck outside of the gym. And for like 15 minutes, I'm sitting in my truck. I was like, I do not want to go work out right now. Like, I felt terrible. And I just sat there trying to talk myself out of not going in. Finally, I said, I'm going in. I'm going to go in and do one thing. Ended up being like one of the best pumps I've gotten in weeks. Why does that happen? It's always like the workouts you don't expect tend to be their best ones. Ask Michael Jordan. The flu game. Oh, yeah. I see 529.65 in this buy, then buy into it and dump. Let's see where 529.65 is. We are above that right now. So. Rounding back over, we got 53.49 and 53.30 on the book here. Nice little red. 10 points, 20 points. Could this tell us range or lower? Right now we're still range. I don't want to get all hyped up on dropping just yet. We're just right in the middle of the range here. We don't have a lot of follow through. The only consistent theme I am seeing here is call selling. No call buying. So. But go look what's happening on the 30-minute chart, the 60-minute chart, the 120-minute chart, and the 240. What are we seeing? And here, I'll go ahead and force feed it to you. Here's a 4-hour chart on ES. $53.34 coming down to 30. We are just kind of absorbing this liquidity, going zone to zone here. But we've got this cat here at 48 and up to 68. You're welcome, doctor. So the price going up when the volume goes down means weak movement. Yeah, that's called a volume divergence. In a VPA world, that's called volume divergence, which normally happens on upside moves. But you have to determine how fast is volume dropping off. If we have one green move, then immediately volume goes away, then that's most likely an exhaustion move. If volume is still relatively strong, it's just dropping as we go, then that's pretty normal for any kind of bull recovery move. Volume is never going to be as high as it was when we have the buying climax to reverse the trend to the upside. So this right here, we have two things going on. We have volume aggressively dropped off. You see there's a clear volume divergence. The volume trends down, the price action trends up in a tightening consolidation pattern, which is a textbook setup of exhaustion, which is why I'm not jumping on the bull train just yet. I'm playing as needed. I'm getting a couple of scoops here and there, and I'm just going to wait. And if we do print a top wick, again, like yesterday, off of this level, then I'm going to consider putting in about a 10-day position on a swing put to retest lower levels, to regather, and then we'll discuss the opportunity of a buyout. So much has occurred the past 4 sessions that I'm just being patient. Slow. Are there major outliers on Bookmap above or below to keep an eye on? Yes, absolutely. Good question. So right now, we have got the main guy to the downside, and I haven't looked too far below, so let me go ahead and check. Right now, the main level is this guy right here, 52.50 down to 52.20. So a 30-point range collectively is about 4,000 orders. If we look on down, we still have a bunch of structured settlements down here, but they don't need cash now yet. They're all pretty small. If you continue to look, there's nothing really down here. If you look up above this area, let's go above. A little bit of 5,500, still very small. Couple of players up here, but nothing of egregious. The only big stuff is right here down to 52.50. So I would keep a level on this. I do expect this to fill at some point in the future. I don't know if it'll be today, tomorrow, Friday. I don't know. But I do expect them to make an attack on this. Just like if you look back a couple of days ago, we had a phenomenal amount of exposure at 53.25, which is pretty much where we are now. We came up and we gave it a little kiss and transacted it. And they put on all this crap down here too. So they got to clean up the book. Not to mention the exhaustion pattern we're putting here. Now, I could sign off here in 2 hours. We'll completely blow through the upside and negate, disqualify this exhaustion pattern, which I don't know if that's going to happen or not. All I know here is that we have call selling. We have put buying has now overtaken call selling, which means we are turning into a bearish flow on the option chain. We have an exhaustion pattern, and we have pulled out at 52.50. We will see. This is going to break out or break down. I do agree with that. I do think that by the end of the day we'll have a decision. Right now it's looking like down, but that could change on a dime. So we'll see. We are coming up on the final minutes of the stream, though. I apologize for not too much activity. We've been range bound. I haven't been touching much. So, yeah. Still on the 821 crossover strats, working like a charm. Nice. I get the JGW reference, but why describe that lower liquidity that way? I was just being colorful. The lower liquidity for me is it's going to be the book seeks out liquidity. The price action seeks out liquidity. So for me, I want to see the price action be able to transact towards that liquidity. And most of the time when you have something that's this skewed, it will fill. Now, it's our job to determine when it's actually going to fill. We don't know that. The Bookmap doesn't tell us, hey, schmucks, this will fill on, August 9th at 12 o'clock. We don't know that. We just know that it's there, and we have to monitor the price action to determine when they're going to start to use that order flow to cascade to liquidity. Sometimes I'm hesitant to say which names positions I'm playing because they get wicked or jinxed. Yeah. Now do it with like a bunch of people listening. It's fun. So if you have any questions, let me know. We're about 2 minutes until I have to shut down the stream. That's my hour. And we'll be back next Wednesday at 10:30. I think I'm going to take an October swing put and then sell weekly calendar against it. I have a feeling it's going to get another 5% drop in the next week. I'm with you. I don't hate that play for sure. I don't know how call out channels do it intraday because the market can easily turn and you're toast. Yeah. I don't know. I did it for a while. It was, call out trading can be very fun because you let your skills shine, you let people see what you're doing. But then, it doesn't matter how many wins in a row I post. I post one loss that gets blown out, and I have to put up with 15,000 DMs. So I'm like, screw this. No bueno. Apple is 213. Let me see how their options chain is going before we hop off here. We have put buying uptick for the first time today. So call selling is accelerating. Put buying is accelerating. So keep an eye out. This looks like drop central here into the afternoon. Apple is still put buying, but not nearly as aggressive as it was. All right, y'all, that is 11:30. That is the time I have to stop here. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to still be monitoring the chart. We are in a range day right now. Today, I think, will be the deciding factor on what we do here the rest of the week and into next week. So keep an eye out. I'll post my write-up today. If you have any questions about anything, please let me know. Other than that, I will see you all bright and early tomorrow morning, and then for the Bookmap stream next Wednesday at 10:30 Eastern. Y'all have a good day. I'm out.